Hi everyone, thanks for clicking on this video and I do hope that you enjoy it. So if you clicked on it, you're likely in agreement with me, or you might disagree, on the fact that the very brief season of OG Fortnite was the best the Fortnite has honestly ever been, or at least has been in terms of like the modern day Fortnite. When I say modern day Fortnite, I'm talking about mainly the last probably 2 or 3 years. We've seen like a pretty big difference going from chapter 1 and 2 to 3, 4 and now 5. So today I'm going to be talking about things that I think were the main reason why that season was so good, and then we'll also discuss a couple negatives why that season didn't do the absolute best that it could, why maybe some people wouldn't like it, and why it wasn't really seen as OG Fortnite. So let's start off with the positives. This season brought back a ton of players. So if we look at the play count now, it's not bad or anything, but if we compare it to OG Fortnite this season, they had a massive incline of players, which slowly dwindled and dropped off when the new Chapter 5 came out. But we can still see like a pretty steady player base that wasn't there up until they announced OG Fortnite was coming back and until it was actually released. Now, an obvious positive again now to mention is the fact that they added all the new weapons all the old weapons from OG Fortnite, which are pretty nostalgic to a lot of people. I think the main point of this season is just nostalgia, and it clearly worked because they had a bunch more people playing the game compared to what they usually have. Now, I will talk about the change of mechanics when we get to the negatives, but one thing I want to mention is the change of the mechanics was actually a good thing. So OG Fortnite didn't have the ability to climb over fences and to sprint and to slide, but I actually think those are some of the main reasons in terms of gameplay why this is the best season Fortnite has ever had. When it comes down to it, the reason I believe this is because it mixes the best parts of Fortnite visually with the best parts of Fortnite in terms of gameplay and story. Now, this season didn't really have that much of a story because it was just meant to be a short little season to get players back and I guess have time to work on the new Chapter 5. But I think that this season was amazing from a lot of different standpoints. So when we look at the best parts of OG Fortnite, this includes nostalgia, but it might not even be nostalgia, it could be a few other factors, but it's mainly nostalgia, right? What do you love most about OG Fortnite? It's probably things like maybe the skins, the weapons, or items I should say, and the map. Now, what do you love the most about current Fortnite? You'd probably say maybe the gameplay, the ability to, mod weapons and boss fights and things like that. And while those are more recent things before OG Fortnite, they came after OG Fortnite. Before that, those things weren't really a big thing. They just kept changing the gameplay, but it didn't really work. Here is where I think they had a perfect blend of new and old gameplay. Now, yeah, it is OG Fortnite, so it is a majority of the older seasons, but it worked very well. And I actually want to compliment another thing, and that's the battle pass. This is an amazing battle pass, in my opinion. Is it like the best one they've done? No, but it actually reminded me of OG Fortnite. We didn't have any Peter Griffins, or Ricks from Rick and Morty like in the battle pass. It actually felt like an older season, even though older seasons did have, like guest characters in their battle passes. It just feels different now when they're adding a bunch of characters that don't really fit. So I really like that. I like that they sort of just went for a new original battle pass and brought back all the amazing locations, which again fall under the map. The map is probably my favorite part of OG Fortnite. If they just brought the OG map back, I would honestly be cool with that, and that's it. Now, we know that they're going to bring it back this year. They haven't confirmed it, so I am definitely looking forward to it, and I know you likely are too if you clicked on this video. Now, I did say I was going to talk about some negative aspects because while, yeah, I love the movement and I love the gameplay as a whole, I love the battle pass, like the map as a whole, I think it's great as well. There are negatives, and they're not necessarily bad things, it's just things that I think limit its potential. So first to mention, obviously, it only lasted for a month. It's wasn't, oh, it might have been 2 months. It was a very short period of time. Most seasons are a lot, at least a month longer than that. And I think that this season was definitely my favorite, but it was short, right? It got me back into Fortnite. It made me really enjoy the game again. And even once Chapter 5 came out, I stuck around because I thought it was going to be fun. And it was a fun game, and it still is, but I definitely noticed that I wasn't enjoying it as much anymore. I would say that OG Fortnite brought back the fun factor that I would say is still there in current Fortnite, but it's just it's not as fun of an experience. I can't play Fortnite every day now for a few hours and not get bored. But the case with OG Fortnite was that I could play it alone or with my friends, and I'd be having a ton of fun just because of the environment around me, all the items I could grab. But again, a negative, the season wasn't long enough. We didn't have enough time to settle in with it. Like, as soon as you start enjoying it, it was basically over. It went very quick. And I would say it's very restricting. Now, this makes sense because they're going with the OG Fortnite theme. So you're not going to have a lot of the newer things that we have now. But I would say that, yeah, going back to OG Fortnite, you sort of notice that even with the ability to climb and stuff like that, there wasn't too much going on the map of OG Fortnite. It was just a very simplistic game, which to me adds to its charm, but I know a lot of people don't like that. They like all the new stuff we had now. As I said, with boss battles, like medallions, the mod benches, a whole bunch of new items. The game, I would say, is actually in a better place now than it was with this season, and before that especially. But OG Fortnite was just something special, I think. And I wanted to talk about another negative aspect, and it's that it's called OG Fortnite, but it's not really, because as I said, even though I love the fact that they kept in like the movement changes, it makes the gameplay a lot smoother. It's a change. They sort of promoted it as literally being the OG Fortnite, but with like a new battle pass. But as we know, the gameplay was basically just new Fortnite, because you could, as I said, you could climb stuff, you could slide, you could sprint. All the sort of newer mechanics are still there, but if it's OG Fortnite, they likely shouldn't have been. Now, I am curious what you think. Do you think it was a good idea to keep those in the game? Because I personally do. I think they are some of the big contributors as to why this is the best season of Fortnite, in my opinion. Now, again, not in terms of story, because it doesn't really have a story, OG Fortnite. It's basically just there for nostalgia and fun. And personally, it worked a lot for me. Even as someone who came into Fortnite relatively late, it still was the funnest I've had playing the game in years. So I'm curious what you think. Did you love OG Fortnite? Do you agree that it's the best sort of, I don't know if we count it as a season, but is it like the funnest you've had in Fortnite for the last few years? Because for me, it definitely was, and I'm really excited for them to revisit OG Fortnite later down the line this year. So if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I would really appreciate that. And thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you have a great day, everyone.